Introduction: The aftermath of Alexander the Great. The rise of the Hellenistic world marks a transformative era in ancient history, characterized by the spread of Greek culture, language, and ideas across vast territories following the conquests of Alexander the Great. After Alexander's death in 323 BCE, his empire fractured into several Hellenistic kingdoms, each influenced by the cultural and political legacy he left behind. This exploration of the rise of the Hellenistic world will examine the key factors that contributed to this cultural phenomenon, the political landscape of the time, and the profound impact it had on art, philosophy, science, and trade. The context of Hellenism, from Alexander to the Diadochi. 1. Alexander's conquests. Military expansion. Alexander's campaigns against the Persian Empire and his subsequent conquests extended Greek influence into regions of the Near East, Egypt, and parts of India. His ability to unite diverse cultures under a single empire created the conditions for the spread of Hellenistic culture. Cultural exchange. As Alexander marched through various territories, he encouraged cultural exchanges between Greeks and the local populations. His policy of respecting local customs and integrating them into his governance fostered a sense of shared identity. 2. Fragmentation of the empire. The Wars of the Diadochi. Following Alexander's death, his empire was left without a clear successor, leading to a power struggle among his generals, known as the Diadochi. This period was marked by conflict as these leaders vied for control over different regions. Formation of successor states. The empire eventually fragmented into several Hellenistic kingdoms, including the Ptolemaic kingdom in Egypt, the Seleucid Empire in Persia, and the Antigonid kingdom in Macedonia. Each of these states retained elements of Greek culture while incorporating local traditions. Political structure of the Hellenistic kingdoms. 1. Governance and administration. Integration of local rulers. Hellenistic kingdoms often maintained local rulers or elites in positions of power, allowing for a degree of autonomy while ensuring loyalty to the central authority. This approach helped stabilize governance in diverse regions. Promotion of Hellenistic culture. The rulers of these kingdoms promoted Greek culture, language, and education, establishing Greek as the lingua franca of administration and trade. This cultural diffusion helped unify the vast territories under Hellenistic influence. 2. Military organization. Adaptation of Alexander's military model. The successor states adapted Alexander's military strategies, maintaining a professional standing army and employing combined arms tactics that emphasized the integration of infantry and cavalry, defensive and offensive strategies. The military organizations of the Hellenistic kingdoms were characterized by both offensive campaigns against rival states and defensive measures to protect their territories from invasions. Cultural flourishing. Art, philosophy, and science. 1. Art and architecture. Cultural synthesis. The Hellenistic period saw a remarkable blending of Greek and local artistic styles. Artists explored new themes, moving away from idealized representations to more realistic and expressive forms. Notable achievements. Iconic works from this period include the Venus de Milo and the Laocoon group, showcasing the emotional depth and realism characteristic of Hellenistic art. Architectural developments included grand public buildings, theaters, and temples that reflected a fusion of styles. 2. Philosophy and intellectual movements. Emergence of new philosophical schools. The Hellenistic period witnessed the rise of new schools of thought, including Stoicism, Epicureanism, and skepticism. These philosophies addressed ethical questions and the nature of happiness, often integrating Eastern thought into their frameworks. Influential philosophers. Figures like Zeno of Citium, founder of Stoicism, and Epicurus made significant contributions to philosophy, influencing ethical and metaphysical discussions that resonated with diverse audiences. 3. Scientific advancements. Mathematics and astronomy. Scholars like Euclid and Archimedes made groundbreaking contributions in mathematics and physics during the Hellenistic period. Their works laid the foundation for future scientific inquiry. Medical knowledge. The study of medicine advanced significantly, with figures such as Hippocrates and Galen making critical contributions to the understanding of health and disease. The integration of Greek medical practices with local traditions enriched medical knowledge. Economic expansion and trade networks. 1. Trade and commerce. Expansion of trade routes. The Hellenistic period facilitated the expansion of trade networks that connected the Mediterranean with the East, enabling the movement of goods, ideas, and cultures across vast distances. The Silk Road and maritime trade routes played crucial roles in this exchange. Cultural exchange through trade. The flourishing of trade not only promoted economic growth, but also facilitated cultural interactions. Merchants, scholars, and travelers traversed these routes, enriching the cultural landscape of the Hellenistic world. 2. Urbanization and economic growth. Rise of Hellenistic cities. The establishment of cities founded by Alexander and his successors, such as Alexandria, Antioch, and Pergamon, became vital centers of trade, culture, and governance. These cities thrived as economic hubs, promoting commerce and cultural exchange. Integration of economies. The integration of various economies under Hellenistic rule led to increased economic prosperity. The blending of Greek and local practices enriched trade and agricultural productivity. The enduring legacy of the Hellenistic world. The rise of the Hellenistic world had profound and lasting impacts that shaped the course of history long after the decline of the Hellenistic kingdoms. 1. Cultural transmission to the Roman Empire. Influence on Roman culture. The Roman Empire, which emerged after the Hellenistic period, was heavily influenced by Hellenistic culture. Roman elites adopted Greek art, literature, philosophy, and education, integrating these elements into Roman society. Military and administrative practices. The military strategies and administrative practices developed during the Hellenistic period informed the governance and military organization of the Roman Empire, contributing to its success. The enduring legacy of the Hellenistic world. The rise of the Hellenistic world had profound and lasting impacts that shaped the course of history long after the decline of the Hellenistic kingdoms. 1. Cultural transmission to the Roman Empire. Influence on Roman culture. The Roman Empire, which emerged after the Hellenistic period, was heavily influenced by Hellenistic culture. Roman elites adopted Greek art, literature, philosophy, and education, integrating these elements into Roman society. Military and administrative practices. The military strategies and administrative practices developed during the Hellenistic period informed the governance and military organization of the Roman Empire, contributing to its success. 2. Impact on later civilizations. Preservation of knowledge. The cultural and intellectual achievements of the Hellenistic period were preserved and transmitted through subsequent civilizations. The translation of Greek texts into Arabic during the Islamic Golden Age ensured that Hellenistic knowledge remained influential in the development of science, philosophy, and medicine. Cultural synthesis. The legacy of the Hellenistic period as a time of cultural synthesis continued to resonate in later periods, promoting the idea of cultural exchange and cooperation among diverse peoples. Conclusion: the rise of the Hellenistic world as a cultural milestone. The rise of the Hellenistic world, initiated by Alexander the Great's conquests, represents a significant cultural milestone in history. This period was marked by the blending of Greek and Eastern cultures, resulting in a rich tapestry of artistic, intellectual, and economic advancements. Through the establishment of successor states, the promotion of Hellenistic culture, and the flourishing of trade and urban centers, the Hellenistic period laid the groundwork for subsequent civilizations. Its enduring legacy continues to influence modern thought, culture, and governance. Ultimately, the rise of the Hellenistic world serves as a powerful reminder of the potential for cultural exchange and cooperation among diverse societies, highlighting the importance of understanding and celebrating our shared human heritage as we navigate the complexities of the modern world.